small craft advisory comes to an effect on the East Coast, a lot of the kayak and paddleboard fishermen just call it a day. There's not many places you can go and fish, either in the ocean or in the coastal, when the wind is blowing 15 to 20 or plus miles per hour. But there is an option. Fishing some of the tidal rivers, either the Sebastian River, the North Fork and South Forks of the St. Lucie River, and one of my favorite, the Loxahatchee River. We're on the Loxahatchee River today. The wind is blowing. Looks like we might get some rain. We're going to go out there and we're going to catch some fish. It's an excellent way to get out of the wind. You got mangrove swamps and you got cypress swamps that really do protect you. It really gives you a lot of cover, and it allows you to be able to fish it. But one of the key things is you got to downsize your tackle. Most of the fish up here are juvenile fish, anywhere from tarpon, snook, all four different kinds of snook, and largemouth bass. It's a brackage mix. I like to use a little ultralight rod and reel, a little 4-foot. I put 6-pound braid on it. You got to stay away from monofilament because there's just too much structure in here for them to break you off. And use a little Meridine, little number 14 Meridine, little Rapalas, number 7s, number 5s work excellent. Any color as long as it's black and gold. Of course, that's my favorite. Whatever you have confidence in, use it. I'm sure you're going to catch some fish. But downsize your tackle. If you don't have any little ultralight tackles, if you have a 2000 series spinning reel with a shorter 7 or 6 or 7 foot rod, yes, you can make that work in here, but you're in tight cover, and that's one of the reasons why you get to be out of the wind. So it takes a little work, but it's well worth it. It saves a day on those days where you normally think you can't even make it out. Tell you some things about this river. If you got like a Hobie drive or a native propel drive, this is definitely not the spot to take it. You got a lot of fallen trees. There's real shallow water. Sometimes I'm in 2 or 3 inches of water, and sometimes I'm in deep holes, and sometimes there's all kinds of trees and branches. You're going to break your units if you take those type of kayaks in here. Also, another thing, if you've got a deathly fear of alligators, you definitely don't need to be here. There's a lot of gators in here. Like I said, they're used to seeing kayakers, so they usually take off. They don't bother you that much. Don't feed them. Don't try to harass them or anything, and they pretty much leave you alone. But you will see gators, big ones and small ones. But like I say, I'm back in the swamp right now, and you can hardly tell that there's any wind at all. Like I say, these trees, the canopy from the cypress are just unreal. Like I say, it's blowing like crazy, and I'm able to sit there. And right now, I'm just paddling down. I'm going to hit a few spots, and I'm going to cast some lures. And paddleboard is excellent. It's excellent for spotting bedding bass and stuff when I'm standing, but I do have to spend a lot of times kneeling because of trees and a lot of other things that are in this river. You know what Florida was like, 200 years ago. This is definitely a place to go. And it has some fish in it too. So the next time you're out there and you hear a small craft advisory or small craft warning out there, go ahead and get your kayak, get your paddleboard, go out there, hit some of these little tidal rivers. They're all throughout Florida, not just on the southeast coast, and it allows you to get out there and really see a part of Florida that you don't see very much of anymore. So get out there and catch some fish.